Welcome to markesinwheelchair. Welcome to markesinwheelchair. I thought Monday Night Raw was good. Um, I like the opening Monday Night Raw with uh, the Judgment Day and the Street Puppets with carried us out. And this was the Christmas edition on Monday Night Raw, and it was the last one of the year because they're going to do um, look back at 2022 next year or next week. So there won't be a brand new episode of Monday Night Raw next week. There will be a look back of 2022. But I like the Street Profits um, match, um, and I really like how characters are, um, and um, and Dominic and uh, Rhea and got into it because Rhea tried to protect Dominic Mysterio because he had the mist put in his eyes last week. So he was still playing off being misted with the blue mist last week. So he was still playing off his eyes were injured. Um, so Rhea was protecting um, Dominic, and then um, Kurosawa tried to um, have a cup full of fun juice, um, and Kurosawa throw, tried to throw it in Rhea's eyes, but instead Rhea moved out of the way and the juice went into Dominic's eyes, and that's how the Street Profits um, beat um, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damon Priest, and then um, Rhea challenged Tozawa to a intergender match on Monday Night Raw. Again, WWE doesn't normally do this, but they did it this time. I thought it was funny. It was a very good match for what it was. Um, I think they will do more of intergender matches in the near future. Um, I hope they do, because intergender matches are good. Um, I like um, intergender matches. I think they're the most entertaining, and if done right, they could be better than men wrestle men or women wrestle women. I think intergender matches are equal to men versus men, women versus women, or women versus men. You know, I like intergender matches. Anyway, I think now, mind you, I I understand the normal society you shouldn't hit women. I get that. But if you are doing it as a entertainment purposes or a business purpose, then if you're okay with it, I don't see a problem with it. That's why I like intergender matches. Um, I get where most people don't like it, but there's some people out there that do. I'm not condoning uh, a when you're out on the street, you should hit women or vice versa, you should hit men. I'm not condoning that part, but for wrestling purposes and art purposes, um, yeah, I think it's okay. Um, but I'm not condoning women hit men just for the sake of women hitting men women, men hitting women. I'm not condoning that, but for wrestling purposes, yes, because they know how to handle themselves in a business aspect, entertainment aspect, so to speak. So I thought that was good. I like the damage control in Becky Lynch, and I like how at the beginning of Raw had Roman Reigns put out an edict against Kevin Owens, because he has a match coming up on the last SmackDown of 2022 against Kevin Owens and John Cena. Um, so I thought that was good. Um, I I really like how um the um um the 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 bloodline kept interrupting um the show. I liked how they kept attacking people backstage. I can I liked how they kept continuing Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens storyline. I liked how they kept um continuing with the Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens storyline. Um, I really liked that. I thought that was a genius way of doing it. Um, I really think um, they should really kick the belt out, one of the belts off of Roman Reigns and put them on separate shows. One belt would be on SmackDown and one belt would be on Raw because there would be more ratings. Um, I just think uh, for what they're using the WWE disputed title belt for, for the men is um good for what it is for right now, but they should separate the World Championship so the men can have uh, their own separate belt for SmackDown and their own separate belt for I just think that's um, okay. Um, but far as the WWE World Heavyweight title, I think they should separate that. Going back to the WWE Championship or belt, or the or the WWE Universe title. I think they should separate that back on Raw and put the WWE belt back on SmackDown. Um, but that's my own opinion. I don't know what anyone else thinks. Let me know. Um, I like how Alexa Bliss keeps going in and out of um, Bray Wyatt control. Um, I like how she kept, kept saying to Bianca Belair that she um, was sorry it wasn't her, it was the Bray Wyatt control, and she's going through issues, and then the Bray Wyatt logo popped up on the screen. Um, mind you, Byron Sexton was doing the interview. Um, and yeah, and then towards the end of the interview, they were getting ready to wrap up, and then the logo popped up on the screen, and then Alexa Bliss grabbed the vase that they had um, next to Alexa Bliss on the table, and then she knocked um, Belair in the back of the head with it. I thought that was a good way to advance the storyline. Um, and then, of course, the Tessa Kelly doing a whole bunch of backstage interviews. Like I said before, I think she's a good interviewer. I like how she does the interview style. Um, I just think Tessa Kelly is better than Byron Sexton. Um, but I like Byron Sexton too. Bronson Reed is back in WWE. He helped the Miz with Dexter Loomis uh, lose the ladder match with the money on the line, where he helped the Miz get the money. Um, so I think it's gonna be the Miz and Bronson Reed and Johnny Gargano and Dexter teaming at some point. Um, it's gonna be the Miz and Bronson Reed versus Dexter Loomis and Johnny Gargano at some point down the road. I hope. And yeah, and of course we got Austin Theory and Seth Rollins promo in the ring for the match in 2 weeks on the first Raw of 2023. I think that's a good build. Yeah, I like the Seth Rollins and texting matches with the Usos. Um, I think the bloodline um, in Roman Reigns has run its course, but I'm not complaining if they continue it. I just think they need to move on from um, the bloodline, but that's my own opinion. But let me know what you guys think about, this week's Raw. I'm just gonna say this about the Mandy Rose thing. I think they should hire Mandy Rose back and just tell her, if you want to be here, don't do uh, fan time anymore. I think they should hire Mandy Rose back. Um, but and if she wants to keep doing it, then they should um, get different sponsors and move up the product to TV 14. I think WWE should move the product up to TV 14 and get rid of some of the sponsors that WWE has, um, because they shouldn't have fired Mandy Rose. That's my thought on that. That's our show. Make sure you subscribe, download, and tell your friends and contribute to the show Good Pods. And I'm on Good Pods. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, everywhere you can think of. Desert, and tell your friends. And I will put my links below. Thanks.